The 2023 start off with a former Fremantle head coach, Ross Lyon, now finally returning to the chairs to coach St Kilda at 2023 to sign off for a 4-year deal, replacing Brett Radden over being sacked. And now it's his chance to put his boys on the line to see if he can make it on top.
The Saints has started with a 4-0, being undefeated at the early start of the season, as Ross Lyon gets his boys right on track and putting themselves onto their prime as they end their drought over a 12 years drought since they've been out 4-0 undefeated. Unfortunately for the Saints, they have been handed for their first defeat in 2023 as the Magpies ended the St Kilda's winning streak at the Gather round. How would I rate from 1 out of 10 for St Kilda going for a 4-0 record at 2023? Honestly, I have massive hands down for this one. St Kilda, they just pleased me a lot with a 4-0 record. I've never seen such a thing since the Saints has been starting off with a boost. And the boys giving out at their prime, it's such a quite huge thing to overcome with. You've managed to find something that you never experienced with it. Going for a 4-0 record is such a good start of this 2023 season, and especially you're staying on the top on the ladder. It puts a lot of effort, and massive credit to the boys that they just work their asses off for just to play for the top spot of the ladder. So I would rate out of 9 out of 10 for this one. Was there any improvements from St Kilda? I personally say it's off balance, because I normally see their skills and all that kinds of stuff is just quite unnoticeable. I've seen how they play in some sort of these type of games. I think there's a bit of a lot of improvements so far, but despite throughout this half of the season there was less improvement, because I think there must have been an off track, quite some sort of half of a season was unrealistically predictable, because how their role models has been played in different ways. So I don't know. I could say nevertheless there has been improvement despite half of a season in some sort of round. So yeah.
What does this final series mean a lot to me and the St Kilda Football Club? It quite means a lot to me, 100% guarantee you damn thing. It's been too damn long since St Kilda has played in 2020 for the finals Premiership season, and now they have the chance right up open the doors. So now it's their opportunity to book themselves at the elimination final spot in 2023, and I'm just proud of how they just consider to win these type of games so they can just be in the top 8, and now they get the rewards for themselves. How did I like from Mitch Owen's performance in the St Kilda jumper? Honestly, I just like how Mitch Owens plays. The young gun just outperforms everyone else in the Rising Star. He's just been magnificent in this half-season game. Just being drafted from the Sandringham Dragons, it's quite an honor just to see him outplay in the Oval in front of the pack of St Kilda fans, and I'm speechless of what his performance looks like comparing to these other St Kilda players. He's been magnificent, being nominated in the Rising Star, taking a great magnificent mark, if I can remember that time when he was being nominated. I've personally say that Mitch Owens could have been the number 1 Rising Star, but unfortunately it didn't happen for him. But it's a massive heads up for him to perform with, and I'm just seeing what's next for him and what can he do in the next couple of future coming games, and what can he do to see Mitch Owens plays out in the AFL competition.
What did Ross Lyon improve for St Kilda?
I personally think Ross Lyon's work is not ideal. He's been on a roll coaching for St Kilda in the 2023 season. He's been awesome and just doing his job properly. Puts his boys everything they've given up to, what their next goal is, what's the next drill
to like work up with. He's just putting the boys up to their next level. He did coach really well back in the last time he coached for Fremantle Dockers, but I think this was actually better than his old club before back then in 2010. So this is something that is really, really different in this 2023 AFL comp. So I personally think that Ross Lyon's job improvement has been into the next level. So I'm really looking forward what's the coming up next future in the 4-year deal in this AFL comp. So I'm just keen to it. Do I see a new faces in the Saints jumper? This is the question that I'm just looking forward to. Seeing new faces is such a big thing. You meet some like new players that you don't know, and I'm just keen to like to see what the new faces looks like, and I'm curious of what the new players have to like come into this new St Kilda jumper, instead of like seeing these old players in the St Kilda club for a very long time. Like I just need to like see some new experience, and I want to see some like more young guns across Australia to like see how well they can do in the Saints comp. And this puts a lot of experience to see a lot what AFL looks like in reality. So I would love to see like some new faces for what they can do in the next couple of future, and I'm just keen for it. So yeah.
Do you think the Saints can make it to the grand final in the near future? I'm not asking this for very too often, but I do want to see the St Kilda make it to the grand final, but I don't think it won't happen in these maybe the next 2 years in this next AFL season. It's because like I don't think they've done not enough to like work their asses off to just for a premiership bound. So I personally wouldn't say they can't make it to the grand final, but this might put up to my mindset. I'm not gonna stay there for a like long time, but I think the time being, I don't think they can make it to the grand final since they've been working too much, like having so much experience with it, like in this year's season 2023, as they make it to the finals, of course. But probably like maybe when the next 2 years is finished, probably the next 2026 season, probably they can make it to the grand final. So that's my opinion that I can just put into this table.
What do I like on how St Kilda play during the whole quarter? The way I like on how the Saints play is just everything. The ball movement is so much better than just in rather half of the games. It's just a ball magnet that they can't be unstoppable with. Like creating stoppages and dominating the center clearance is so much big thing to like with the way we attack the ball, and that quite impresses me a lot. It just gets me standing up and cheering from everywhere that I just either watch live TV or during in live stadium. It just impresses me a lot, and the way we just attack the ball is like when we try to like bomb through the ball inside 50, we've managed to like game ourselves to like make that contested possession ball, like making it a huge contest is like a key thing. I would say is it's a massive effort to make an effort to it, and this group hasn't been like disconnected in over like couple of games. This unit of these players putting their bodies on the line puts a massive big difference during the game, given so many opportunities when they get the ball, bombing straight through to an open 50, getting up a set shot, goals in their scoreboards, and it's just been a game changer that they just put in this typical game. So quite often, everything else when the boys play, it puts me a lot of heads up and impresses me, makes much more happier, makes the job and so does the boys much easier.
So this is the last question that I'm going to be answering, and this will wrap up the video. Who I think has been the standout this year? Out of all of them, every St Kilda players in this squad. They've been magnificent. I'll give a credit to every St Kilda players who's given their hearts out in this whole season. But I'm going to have to go with my main man, the captain, man of steel, Jack Steele. Jack Steele, the main man of St Kilda, the captain, showing leadership from this group, just not letting them give up, staying on their game. He puts a lot of instructions to these boys of what's next for them, and I just like the way how he shows and makes a great example throughout the game, and that one just makes me much more happier during this whole type of quarter games. And this is the kind of the man that you have to like show some leadership throughout this typical game of Jack Steele, and averaging with so many touches in this game he plays in this position. He's not a bad guy to like play out in this game. Also, in the other hand, I think there's another one I can add up to. One is Jack Sinclair. This guy plays in the defense and midfielder, averaging with 28 touches, 6 marks in this total season this year, I'm guessing. But Jack Sinclair has been amazing as well. In the other hand, playing against I'm believing Giants and Carlton in this recent games, he's been magnificent as well. Playing in the half-back line, just making him look unstoppable, and just doing his job properly makes him like his job so much easier. I just hopefully he can do something, probably if they can make it throughout the whole final. So best of luck to him, mate. Just give everything you got.
And I'll say one more word before I can just wrap up this video. All I can say is just a big thank you for what you've done for St Kilda and everything else that you've done throughout this whole season in 2023. You guys made a great achieve so far, and you should be proud of what you've done. Hopefully you can achieve so much better in the next future games, and I'm just hoping you guys play well in the next year's game. So there you have it. That wraps up with this AFL 2023 season review from the St Kilda club. As you know, the Saints has just fallen short and could not get over the line against the GWS Giants at the elimination final. Big massive heads up, and just big massive credit to the boys what they've done so far in the past of this year's seasons. Just a big achievements to like overcome with. You did everything you've done, but in the end, that's just how it is. But I'll try to get like some more matchday vlogs in the coming future weeks, so just make sure you stay tuned with this one. Probably A-League or something else like other sports in general, because AFL and NRLs are closing in for the finals series, and then we'll just carrying on with some general videos that I'll be just uploading in next channel. But if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like and turn on that bell notification so you never miss any videos that I'll be uploading in this next couple of weeks. But yeah guys, this is JG's, and I'll catch you up in this next video. So cheers lads.